Royal Recruits are one of the best cards in this game right now. They can apply dual lane pressure and with absolutely zero skill required. And when you put it in a deck like this, where you have multiple different win conditions that can get on the tower on both sides for that cheap elixir cost, you will just ruin everyone's day. So that's what we're going to be doing today, boys. Taking this onto ladder, and hopefully we can get some nice and quick wins and really apply some toxicity. Let's hop straight into it. And hopping straight into our first game here against this guy, we are going to be going in with this deck, boys. That is going to be so strong. Now, I genuinely think this just makes Logbait one of the best decks in the game. I know this isn't the most classic Logbait, but it's definitely, in my opinion, the better version. And especially now with how overpowered the Royal Recruits are, I'm sure everyone has seen it everywhere, because it's all anyone talks about in this game right now, how brain dead the Royal Recruits are. And you know, I'm not gonna say a yes or I'm not gonna say no, but yeah, I'll let you guys make your own assumption on what you think about the Royal Recruits right now. And if you have an opinion on them, let me know what you think, because you know, they are quite strong. I don't think there's any denying that, but I think it's just more how easy they are to play. You know, you throw them in the back, 7 elixir, you get a Julian attack, and there's nothing anyone can really do about it. So we go for quite a bad firecracker there, to be honest. Went for that way too low down. I think it would have got the second shot off regardless, but you know, it is what it is. I made my mistake. So we move forward. Our guards will get a little bit of damage off in the tower, though. That's really nice. Kind of evens it up for us. And we're going to go for the Royal Recruits here nice and early. Now, you guys know me. I like to go for my Evo cards kind of early, get around to my Evos as quick as I can, because I just think it kind of makes the game easier for you in the long run. And I have decided to choose the Evo Firecracker over the Wall Breakers. Primarily, and don't tell anyone this, it's the only one I have. So, you know, you can throw any Evo into a deck, boys. Realistically, the deck's still going to be good. But if you do have the choice, you do have both. The Wall Breakers might be slightly better, but I like the Firecracker. I think the Firecracker is really good right now anyway, so it makes no difference to me, really, regardless, to be honest. So we're just going to go for the guards here. And this guy is playing a P.E.K.K.A deck, which I didn't really acknowledge when it came out. But this is actually really good for us, because we have so much spam, and that was really nice. I'm actually going to go for the Skeleton Barrel here up the left. Should my Wall Breakers as well up the right, just to apply that Julian, make him forward to defend both sides, because the Wall Breakers plus the Firecracker would have done a lot of damage. But I'm going to go for my Goblin Gang here in the back. I really should have split the other way, but you know, we've made our mistakes now. Then we go for the Mighty Miner here, and then we're going to go for the arrows just to take out the Firecracker, because we do not want the Firecracker doing all that kind of damage to us, boys. We're going to go Scallybar here up the left. He goes in for his log. We push in with the Wall Breakers. Going to have a lot going on here up this side. We should be able to get a good bit of damage off on tower, unless he pulls off a pretty nice defense, which he does, and fair enough to him. Now, we do have our Evo Recruits in hand, which is going to make this a lot easier for us. We're just going to wait for him to kind of over-invest, and then we just go split. Probably split at 4-2. I'm a big fan of the 4-2 split, to be honest. I think it always works out really well. You know what? No. We'll split 3-3. Apply both pressure both lane. I might actually go a bit heavier pressure up the right side, which I know seems a bit counterintuitive because we have a bit more damage up the left. But I find typically people are more inclined to defend the weaker side, and then you can kind of just attack up the other side and no one really expects it. And he's going to force out, he's going to go for his Valkyrie, which is kind of a big line of defense for him. So we go for our Wall Breakers up the left here. We're going to go for another Firecracker. Going to get one connection off, which is better than none. We'll take that all day, boys. We're going to go for the 4-2 split here up the left. Quite poor timing from us, but we do get a recruit on tower. We go for the arrows here just to get that down ASAP and get a bit more damage off on that tower. Kind of dominating this game right now. I think we have to get very unlucky to lose this from here. But to be honest, the games are never done. I'm sure a lot of you guys, you know the score in this game, and you know you can never get too comfortable. But I think that we should have this, I hope. Worst case scenario, we just cycle our arrows, and it'll just be fun like that. Now we're going to wait for this log to go, and then we go for our Wall Breakers. Going to go for the preemptive arrows in case he's back round to his Skarmy, which he wasn't. He just takes out quite nicely with his arrows. We're going to go in for the Skeleton Barrel just to keep that pressure high. It's the best way of doing it. We go for the guards here, plus the Firecracker. He's going to go in for his Firecracker. We just go in for the Mighty Miner, and we arrow the tower, and that's complete domination from the start to the finish, and we'll hop straight into the next game. Okay, hopping straight back into game number 2 here against Quandom. Okay, I don't know the language, excuse me, but we are going to hop straight in here, and we're going to go for the firecracker in the back. Just once again, you guys know how I like to do it. I like to go for the evos early, get them down there, and start cycling around as quick as you can. Now, last game was a pretty good win. Hopefully we can keep that going forward. And this guy just goes for a knight in the back. He is playing cannoneer, which is quite good for us in this situation. You know, we have so much spam troops in here, so I don't mind that at all. We're going to go for the arrows just to get that little bit of damage, take that firecracker away. Firecracker is obviously going to be a big line of defense for him in this game, so if we can kind of manage that as best we can, we'll be off to a cracker. Now let's go for our mighty miner here onto the knight. No point taking any damage up this left side, and we can just go for it, and we always hit that ability if he decides to defend it. I'm actually going to go for my skeleton barrel here up the right side, and then if it comes to it, we can just defend that. We can switch sides, but I'm just going to let it go. He goes in for the boss bandit, which might be a bit difficult for us to defend. I really just have not got the hang of defending this yet. I feel like its HP is like so massive, it's quite difficult to manage sometimes. But it's okay, because we have so much spam, we can counter attack with it all, and he has to defend because he is cannoneer. So it's going to be a big win for us in the long run. The only downside to this obviously is our wall breakers won't connect. I don't think they connect at all. I think they both die if we do go in for them without any kind of tank for support. So that's like one of the negative sides of this deck when playing against cannoneer. Obviously against princess tower you can go in for them naked and it forces out elixir. Not the case in this situation. So, he's going to go for... Okay, we're going to go for our guards here, just to make sure we don't take too much damage. I'm going to go for the goblin gang, as we've seen the guards weren't enough last time, so we may as well go for the goblin gang as well. Go for the arrows. Really didn't need the arrows, that was quite poor from me, to be honest. We really should have saved it for that card that we are seeing on the opposite side of the arena. And let's go for the wall breakers here, actually. I want to kind of just not take any damage to that. We're going to eat the shot from the Evo. I know it's not the most ideal situation, but it's a situation we're put in. So we'll go for our mighty miner here as well. Going to actually get nicely in front. Okay, cool. And we're going to wait. We're not going to go for anything yet. We're going to wait, and then we're going to go for recruits to defend this. We'll split 4-2 up the left side just to make sure we get that down. And we'll go for the arrows onto that firecracker as soon as possible. Going to go wall breakers here up the right. Keep that pressure going, and then we're going to back up the left side with our firecracker in behind. Well, if one wall breaker can connect, that's going to be huge. And it does. We also have that what's it called, recruit on the tower, and we're going to nearly take both towers here at once. Isn't that wonderful? They both drop in synergy, and we'll hop straight into the next game. And we are going straight back into the third and final game, and as you've seen that last game, we really applied a lot of pressure, and he was just unable to manage it. Largely due to the fact they did have cannoneer, and we can see that whenever you come up against cannoneer, if it's something you struggle with, you feel you come up against cannoneer all the time and you just hate it, give it a go, because it will make your life a lot easier. Obviously, just keep in mind, don't be wasting going in for your wall breakers and things. There is obviously them considerations that you need to have. Now, we will go for the mighty miner here, just to make sure we don't take any damage. I could hit the ability if I wanted, but I think I'm just going to let it die. We don't need to save it in this situation. It's not going to do anything for us. Switching lane, he'll just put something else down, it'll defend it, no problem. But we're actually going to go for the bomb here at the end. Oh, we didn't get it down, that's quite annoying. Do we even get that? Do we get that elixir back? I actually don't even know. Sometimes I feel like it gives you back, sometimes I feel like it doesn't, so it's always a difficult one to judge. What bad wall breakers for me, I think. I shouldn't have actually went for that. Sometimes I think you're just getting this kind of auto mindset of thinking that you can do something and you really can't. Going to go recruits here to defend. This is going to be a really tough defense for us. Just not ideal situation with the balloon coming towards us, and I really could have played that better. I think I panicked a little bit, which obviously isn't great. We don't want that to happen. Don't do that if you're I'm sure you guys are a lot more skilled than me. Don't let that happen. You know, make your decisions and stick to them, and it's going to make the game a lot easier for you. But our firecracker should take out the goblins here, which will be quite nice. Our skeletons aren't going to quite connect, and I meant to go guards again. I'm making this a bad habit, aren't I? We're going to lose tower because of it, but hey ho, you know, you win some, you lose some. I'm sure we can still pull this back. We do have our evil recruits in hand, and we know what his trick is. The only thing is his evil Mega Knight will be quite difficult to defend, and that obviously isn't ideal at all, because that's just going to ruin our day. Now let's go for our mighty miner here. We really need to go firecracker early. Hopefully we can get a shot off on the electro dragon. If we don't, to be honest, it's game over. There's no way of defending this without the firecracker doing something here for us, which it does quite nicely. Oh, and it survives. Oh, the firecracker finally doing something. not can't say that every day. Normally my firecrackers just stand and look and just hope that they don't get in the way. So let's go for the wall breakers here up the right side. Gonna go for the arrows as well. Didn't really need the arrows, but we went for it. And we're going to take that left tower really nicely. Gonna go for the firecracker here in the back. Gonna follow up with the skeleton barrel. Oh, really sick. We're going to catch this princess. We'll go for the guards here, just to keep that from doing too much, and just apply a bit more pressure, hopefully force a little something more out of him. We're going to let the Electro Dragon do its thing. We don't need to defend that right now, and we can go for the Mighty Miner, because his Electro Dragon is down. He's going to waste his Evo Electro Dragon. I think that's going to be a good game. I don't see a way he comes back from this. We're going to go in for a recruit. He shouldn't be back around to his Mega Knight just yet. Should still be a little while left. Our recruits are going to survive. Obviously, they live through that. They're not fazed by the fireball, and we're going to go for our skeleton barrel and our wall breakers. And now it's just a matter of letting the game come to us, and that's a win, boys. We love to see it. 3-0 for today. So I think we showed very, very nicely today why people are really hating on this deck and why some people are struggling so much to play against it. And if you're looking for a new deck, I think these are two really attainable Evos by now. So I think most people have Evo Firecracker, and I think a lot of people took the Evo Recruits during some of the events earlier on in the year or last year. So I'm sure a lot of you guys do have it. If you have the Wall Breakers, you can sub them in kind of interchangeably with the Firecracker, but I would keep the Evo Recruits in here. I think they're kind of the star of the show. And if you have any other ways of running this, I've seen some people run this without the guards, putting in the cannon cart instead. So there is a few different ways of running it. You could maybe run with Evo Skellies instead of guards if you wanted. That's just some ideas. Let me know what way you decide to run this deck, and let me know if you do decide to try it out, or if you don't, why. Is it just you refuse to play Royal Recruits, which is so fair, by the way. But anyway, guys, if you did enjoy, do be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all tomorrow for a brand new video, and peace out.